welcome to yoga. My name's Taylor and I will guide you through a fun hip opening sequence today. So I hope that sounds good for you. It'll be nice. If you have blocks, as always, go ahead and grab them. Always a great thing to have handy. And today we will start in child's pose. So you can bring your big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, and then allow yourself to kind of just settle in, bringing the hips down towards the heels, forehead to the ground, extending the arms out in front of you, and just allow yourself to settle in. So making any little adjustments and wiggles to feel nice and comfortable in this child's pose. And just maybe noticing the belly moving as you breathe. You don't need to change anything about your breath quite yet. Noticing how it feels. Noticing if it's a nice deep breath today, or maybe it's feeling a little bit shallow. So just noticing the quality of your breath. And then with this mindfulness, seeing if you can maybe breathe a little bit deeper. So really starting that breath down deep into the belly, filling up through the ribs, into the chest. And then slowly exhaling from the chest back down to the bottom of the belly. This is the time to find that pattern of breath that feels effortless, but feels whole. You're finding that pattern of breath that you can use through the whole practice today. Maybe noticing how the mind's beginning to calm a little bit. Another deep breath here. And a slow exhale. Once more, filling up. Open mouth exhale. Maybe just starting to rock the forehead from side to side, wiggling the fingers, noticing the toes. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly begin to lift up right into down dog. So this first down dog, maybe you just want to pedal out the feet. Go up to the tippy toes and back down. Maybe you want to stay with a nice generous bend in the knees, really feeling that belly going towards the thighs. Shaking the head, letting go of any tension that you're holding on to in the neck. And again, continuing with that pattern of breath that we just found. One more deep inhale in this down dog. And an exhale. Bending the knees, gazing forward, walking, maybe hopping to the front of the mat. And then inhaling to half lift. And exhale to fold. Once more, inhaling to half lift, really opening the chest, really finding that length through the spine. And exhale to fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest, keeping that core engaged to support the spine, legs engaged as well. Inhaling, arms back to the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right and left leg back into plank. A nice deep breath here. A long exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to slowly lower to the ground. Inhaling to up dog or cobra, whichever one you're feeling today. But wherever you are, nice open chest. Really rolling those shoulders back and down to open up the chest here. And exhale to your down dog. Inhaling in your down dog and exhaling. Slowly lowering the knees to the mat, coming into tabletop. And right away in your tabletop, maybe just taking a little scan of the body. Fingers are spread wide, pressing through the palms and knuckles. Knees and hips are aligned. Shoulders and wrists are aligned. Core is engaged. Head is an extension of the spine. And then we'll inhale to bring that belly down towards the ground, opening up the chest, maybe lifting head and gaze. Exhaling, belly to spine, up to the sky, releasing head and neck down towards the ground. And going through these two motions of cat-cow, maybe closing the eyes to just focus inward, and then adding any organic movements that feel good. So maybe rocking forward and back a little bit, maybe creating some circles, but just go where it feels good. Find that sensation and stick with it. Few more rounds of breath like this. And after your next round of breath, we'll make our way back into that neutral tabletop. We'll bring the right leg out behind us. So maybe you want to just tap on the low back with the left hand to make sure everything's nice and aligned, but that back foot is flexed, pinky toe facing down towards the ground. And then maybe you're going to the tips of the left fingers or extending that left arm out in front of you. Finding a focal point, breathing here. Inhale for some length. Exhale to bend the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale to lengthen. This time we'll exhale to bend the elbow and knee out towards the sides. So inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale out towards the sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale out to the side. This time we'll stay here. So we're bending the elbow, we're bending the knee. And then maybe see if you can lengthen through the leg and the arm out towards the side. You'll probably feel a sensation right away. We're going to keep that leg lifted up out towards the side, but we'll bring the left hand down to the mat, tucking the left toes under, lifting up into a three-legged dog. Inhaling here. Exhale to open up the hip. Inhale back to your three-legged. Exhale, knee towards nose, coming into a low lunge. Grab through your blocks here. 3 rounds of breath. Smile this low lunge. So maybe you want to lengthen through the right leg, rebend. So find that when you're ready. And we'll all find some stillness now. Nice inhale. Exhale, right leg to meet the left, down dog. Inhale, exhale out through the mouth. Down to the mat once again. This time we'll go through a couple rounds of cat-cow, but we'll bring the fingertips towards the knees. So we're just switching our hands, or just rotating them so the fingers are facing towards the knees. And then again, just inhaling to open up the chest, finding that cow, and exhaling to your cat. You can add any movements that you feel. One more round before switching those hands so they're back towards the front of the mat. And then we'll lengthen the left leg out behind. Again, maybe you want to tap that low back to make sure everything's nice and aligned. Finding that focal point, extending the right hand out in front. Inhaling to fill up. Exhale, bend elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend elbow and knee to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Inhale. Exhale together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale out to the side. Staying here, lengthening the right hand, leg, right arm, left leg. Breathing here. Slowly releasing the right hand to the mat, tucking back toes under, coming into your three-legged dog. Left leg is lifted. Inhale here. Exhale to open up the hips. Inhale back to your three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose into your lunge. And again, our freestyle low lunge, lengthening, bending, circles, just checking in and seeing how this side feels. Couple more rounds of breath. If you haven't already found stillness, we will all find it here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, left leg meets the right. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Crescent, arms towards the sky. Taking a moment. Again, maybe you want to just lengthen through that right leg and then rebend just to really find that nice stable crescent. Inhaling here. Exhale to bring weight into the right foot and then inhaling to your one-legged mountain, lifting the left leg. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to heart center. A little bit of a bend in that right knee so we can bring the left foot on top and then slowly begin to sink the hips, finding your figure four. So long spine, open chest, open heart as we sink into the hips. Breathing here. You get a little bit deeper. Inhaling to slowly lift back up to our one-legged mountain. And exhaling back into our crescent lunge. A nice round of breath here. Getting stable once again. Inhale to fill up. Exhale to open up. Warrior two. Feet are perpendicular, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Core engaged. Nice bend in that front knee. Arms parallel to the ground. Gazing over those right fingertips. Maybe you even want to close the eyes. Maybe this next inhale you find a bit more length. And on your exhale, maybe you're able to settle in just a little bit deeper. Inhaling here. Exhale to reach forward. Extended side angle. Option to bring the hand to the thigh or your arm to the thigh. Or if you're right, you can reaching it. That with the right arm. So almost like there's a beach ball in between your arms. Still have that nice bend in the front knee. And inhaling to lift back up to your warrior two. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Still nice bend in that front knee. Inhale to lift back up, warrior two. Exhale to cartwheel the hands inside of the right foot, finding your runner's lunge. So finding space so your wrists and shoulders are aligned. Thighs are pressing towards each other. Make our way to a Malasana squat from here. So bring that left foot forward, settling into a Malasana squat. Breathing. One more inhale like this. And an exhale. Slowly bringing the hands towards the mat as you lift the tailbone up, coming into a forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands coming in. Let go of some heat. Exhale, knee towards nose, low lunge, inhaling up to your crescent. Again, just taking a moment to find that crescent. So doing whatever movements you need to get comfortable here. And then we'll bring our weight into the left foot. When we're ready, we'll bring the right leg up into our one-legged mountain. Finding a focal point, inhaling to really lengthen in this mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. A little bit of a bend in the left knee as we bring the right foot to the left thigh. And slowly begin to sink into the hips, finding figure four on this side. Always remembering open chest, long spine. And then stopping wherever you start to feel something. Slowly begin to lift back up into our one-legged mountain. Exhaling to crescent lunge, taking a moment in your crescent lunge to get nice and stable once again. And inhale for our length. Exhale to open up into warrior two. Remembering shoulders aligned with the hips, arms nice and lengthened, parallel to the ground. Nice bend in that front knee. Maybe closing the eyes or gazing over the left fingertips. Settling in just a little bit deeper. Inhaling here. Exhale to reach forward, extended side angle. Whichever variation you're feeling, with the option to really reach that right arm towards the front. And then maybe bring your left arm to match that, as if there's a beach ball between your hands. Slowly inhaling to lift back to your warrior two. Exhale. Nice bend in that front knee. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale to cartwheel the hands inside of the left foot. So finding a runner's lunge here. Inner thighs pressing towards each other. And again, we'll meet in a Malasana squat, so bringing that right foot forward, finding your Malasana. Option here, you don't have to, but you can always try out crow if you'd like. So you bring your hands out in front of you, about shoulder width distance apart. Fingers are spread nice and wide as if you're going to be in plank or chaturanga. And then you'll begin to lift up through lift the hips towards the sky, a little bit of a bend in the knees, and a little bend in the elbows. And then try to get your knees as high up towards the armpits as slowly just forward. Just take it off of the mat. See what you can do. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. One little. And when we're ready, we'll meet back into Malasana, and we'll make our way into forward fold once again. Inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale to fold or right back. Lift. And down dog. Bring right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee towards heel, slow lunge, and to crescent. So, breathing here for a moment. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Weight into the right foot, lifting up into a one-legged mountain. We can just stay with our hands and heart center as we find our figure four once again. So left foot on the right thigh. And maybe we are able to just sink a little bit deeper in this second round. Inhale to lift back up. You can again keep your hands in heart center because we'll practice a little warrior three. So warrior three, alignment from the crown of the head to the foot. So maybe it's just a little tilt forward. If you get parallel to the ground, awesome. But let's focus more on keeping a nice open chest, feeling nice and stable. And then maybe we get to that parallel status. Slowly making our way to our crescent lunge. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhale to open up, warrior two. Inhaling here and exhaling to settle. Inhale to fill up. Exhale to reach forward. Side angle. Bringing the right arm underneath the thigh. You can stay here if you can practice a little bit of vertical left foot forward, and then you kind of just bring your weight into the left foot and see where you can go. Lengthening through that right leg. Maybe you want to kind of lengthen. See where you can go. And as gracefully as you got into it, see how you can get back to your extended side angle. And then slowly making your way out. Back to your warrior two. Deep inhale here. Slow exhale. Inhale to fill up. Exhale to cartwheel the hands once again inside of the right foot. This time lowering the back knee onto the mat. Finding your lizard. So maybe you want to hold down onto some blocks. So bring your forearms onto some blocks. Maybe you're comfortable bringing your forearms onto the ground. Be here for a few rounds of breath. Two more in. Slowly coming back onto the hands, lifting that back knee off of the mat. Inhaling up to a three-legged mountain, right leg lifts. Exhale to open up the hip. Inhale back to the sky, three-legged. Exhale that right knee towards nose and into your pigeon. So in your pigeon, we want to make sure that back leg is nice and straight. We also want to make sure we're not sitting into the right hip, but rather the weight is evenly distributed into the center of the body. So making any adjustments here that you need to. On your next inhale, maybe opening up the chest, really lifting up in your pigeon. And on your exhale, begin to fold to wherever feels comfortable for you. Sending breaths wherever you need to. Softening the jaw, softening the eyes. Be here for 5 rounds of breath. See if you can maybe make these last couple breaths the longest ones you've made yet in practice. Really filling up and letting go. When you're ready, to lift out of your pigeon, coming into your down dog, maybe pedaling out the feet, just noticing the difference from side to side. Doing whatever little movements you need to. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, knee towards nose into your low lunge. Inhaling up to crescent. Hands to heart center, weight into the left foot, gliding that back leg forward and into your one-legged mountain. Taking a moment here before bringing that right foot to the left thigh, and then again, finding that figure 4. Slowly beginning to sink into the hips, finding that available space, and breathing. Begin to lift back up. Again, finding that one-legged mountain with prayer hands so that we can then practice our warrior 3, bringing that right leg behind. As we slowly begin to tip forward, maybe you get parallel to the ground, but again, we're focusing on that alignment, keeping that lifted leg engaged, open chest. And then we'll slowly make our way into crescent, inhaling arms to the sky. Exhale to open up, warrior 2. Any adjustments here? Inhale to fill up. Exhale to reach forward, extended side angle. Again, option for bind on this side, remembering that this side could be completely different than the other. We'll bring the right hand behind the back. Maybe find that left hand through the thigh underneath, grabbing hold of the right hand. You can stay here practicing the bind, or you can maybe pop that right foot forward, weight into the right foot as we begin to lift the left foot up. Maybe you want to just stay here. Maybe you want to extend the left foot, leg, play around, see where you can go. And then, like I said last time, see how gracefully you can come back into your extended side angle, unwinding out of that bind, coming back to your warrior 2. Inhaling here. Exhale to cartwheel the hands inside of the left foot, finding our lizard, so lowering the back knee onto the mat. Maybe folding onto a block. maybe onto the ground, maybe you're staying onto your hands. Whatever feels best for this side. Still keeping the legs active here, so still feeling those thighs pressing towards each other. Few more rounds of breath. And then we'll slowly begin to lift up, tucking those back toes under. Inhaling the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale to open up the hip. Inhale back to three-legged. Exhale forward to pigeon on this side. So taking a moment to get comfortable in the pigeon, checking in on the back leg, checking in on the hips and where our weight is flowing to. And then when we feel good and comfortable, an inhale will open up the chest. And an exhale will fold forward. Again, trying to make this as passive as you can, just being content with wherever you end up on the side. Using your breath. Inhales for that length. Exhales to maybe get a little deeper. And we'll slowly begin to lift up. We'll just kind of shift our weight to one side so we can just extend our legs out in front. Maybe you just want to wiggle the legs a little bit. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly lower onto the back. Bringing both knees into chest for a moment. Rocking a little side to side. Then we'll extend the left leg forward, keeping that right knee in towards chest. And then maybe even bringing the right knee towards the right armpit. Exhale to come into a twist, so bringing the right leg over to the left. Keeping both shoulders on the mat here, so you can maybe bring your gaze towards the right fingertips. And it's okay if that right knee doesn't come to the ground. Rather, you really want to keep both shoulders on the mat here. And slowly begin to lift back up. Bringing both knees in towards chest once again. And we'll slowly lengthen that right leg forward, keeping the left knee in. Bringing that left knee towards the left armpit if you'd like. Really bringing that knee nice and close to the body for one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, we'll find the twist. Maybe extending the left arm out beside you, gaze over at the fingertips. your inhale, coming back to center. Again, maybe a little bit back to the side. Forehead to the knees. One more deep inhale, and then on the exhale, just releasing into your final relaxation posture. So whatever that looks like for you today, could be something completely different than corpse pose. So find where you're most comfortable, where you can be in stillness for a few minutes, making any little adjustments to get comfortable. Maybe a little shake in the shoulders or the hips. Maybe you want to wiggle the feet a little bit. Just get everything nice and comfortable. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And allow your mind, your body to be completely relaxed. All of that movement was so you can feel completely comfortable and at ease in this stillness. So you can really focus on still in the mind. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have available. And as always, thank you for practicing with me and have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.